Guys, gals, and guests, welcome to another episode of LGBTQ plus Singles Live. I'm your host, Bree Star. Baby, we're here again. We made it to see another week, honey. Praise the Lord. Whew, how has y'all week been? How y'all been out there in the chat? Bitch, I can't lie to you. Last week was a doozy for me. Last week was my first real week of working full-time as a content creator. Bitch, I'm here to tell you. The children make it look a lot easier than it really is. Honey. Baby. I'm in that phase where I'm not really making money off of content creating. I mean, technically, I'm a paid TikToker. But if you're a paid TikToker with no sponsors, you're broke. You're unemployed, bitch. Okay? No income, motherfucker. Baby, just a heads up. If you follow me on motherfucking TikTok, I will be posting a post very soon. It will be me panhandling, aka asking for your money. It would be much appreciated if you donate to a bitch. I'm just saying, I'm going to work for it. Y'all getting something out of return. Y'all getting something out of it in return. I don't want to spoil the ticket. You check out the motherfucking post. Okay? How's everybody doing? Hey friends. Hi. How are y'all doing? Okay. Me and my dating life. First off, let me light the motherfucking blunt. That's what we're going to do first. First, we're going to light the motherfucking blunt before I fill y'all the fucking. If you was at the pre-show on TikTok, then honey, some of my tea is motherfucking spilled, bitch. If you was at the pre-show on TikTok and you didn't know before the pre-show, then you are aware now that one of the people I talked to is CJ the trainer. Praise the Lord. That's a crazy nigga. I'm telling you. Honey. Yes. Yeah. I love CJ though. I love CJ. I do. I love CJ as a friend. However, CJ is incredibly busy and I'm incredibly distracted trying to make money as a content creator. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens if you support either one of us. If you support us being together, be prepared to see us in headlines. Two crazy people. If you didn't know. If you didn't the fuck know. Now you know. How's everybody doing? You was there, Seven, yes, you was there, honey. My Lord, Jesus be a fence, honey. Jesus be a restraining order, honey. Woo! Y'all ready for the show tonight? He is sweet. He is very sweet. I'm sweet. We have that in common. Nuts can be sweet. I'll give you a second to catch it. Y'all drinking? Anybody out there drinking? I don't drink for this show anymore. I don't drink for this show anymore. Thank you, Daniel. I don't drink for this show anymore. I'm going to smoke for the rest of my life. But I don't drink for this show anymore because I used to be extremely anxious. Yes, honey roasted nuts. I used to be extremely anxious when starting this show because I'm very passionate about everything that I do, honey. I'm a Virgo. Well, I don't even know if that's a Virgo trait, but I'm somebody who puts 150% into every motherfucking thing I do. I refuse to fail. And when I first started this show, I was determined to be a great host. And I had never hosted a motherfucking thing except maybe a kickback at my house or something. But here we are. We at least 30 shows in, bitch. No, we about 30 guessing. We about 30 guessing. We ain't did 30 shows yet. Thanks. Thank you, Curve. Thank you, Curve, honey. Thank you, Curve. I think we got our first guest up in here already. And see, I ain't gonna be rude and smoke in their face. You know why we digging in. So I'm gonna. Yes, you like the violet like Daniel. I knew you would. I knew you would. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Part of the reason that I'm under the violet light when I do this is to honestly keep more attention on the person that I'm talking to keep more attention on the guests who come on the show. The purple light, it kind of mutes you a little bit. So when the person pops up underneath me and they have the full blown fluorescent light and you know their skin is glowing and it's all different colors, they're going to mute me out. Okay, let's set up our mod. Our mod has not received the link. Let's set up our mod, honey. Shout out to my friend Knox. Looks like our first guest is ready. Un momento, friend. Let me get one more puff. I've been moving around a lot today. Yes. I'm excited to eat after I finish the show. I'm cooking. Nothing special, just some barbecue chicken, a little baked macaroni, you know, some roasted asparagus, some garlic bread, you know, just something simple. But I'm excited to eat. Excited to eat. I haven't really done a lot of eating. We have CJ the trainer in the building. Hi, CJ. I didn't hang up on you, nigga, if I warned you that I was hanging up. I said peace, love, and blessings. See? Baby, if you date black men, then you know my struggle, honey. Psychotic. You about to cut up. When do you not cut up? CJ, let's bring in our first guest. Honey, while this nigga cut up.
Hey.
Hey, friend, give the people your name.
You want my government or you want the name that I have given myself?
I want you to give us the name that you want people to call when they're yeah.
Well, that would be Daddy, but you can call me Seven. Everybody can call me Seven.
Also share your pronouns, please, friend.
I am open to any pronouns, but I prefer he, him. That feels more comfortable to me, as in leet. So
This is a new discovery. This is something new I'm learning about my friends today. All right.
a new development.
Age and location. Tell the people how old you are and where you at.
All right. So I am 39. Baby black, no crack unless you smoke it. And I live in New Jersey.
Take it. Zodiac or B-Day? Zodiac or B-Day?
I'm an Aquarius, and easy on the Aquarian hate. My birthday is, I knew it was coming. My birthday is February 15th. So the day after Valentine's Day.
And I'm with the pronoun switches, I'm getting the impression that you identify as trans. But what is your sexual orientation?
Okay, so I'm just gonna backtrack a little bit because I'm still trying to discover my identity. So I like to say that I live in my masculine energy, but I visit the femininity every so often. So I'm not sure if that makes me non-binary, the binary, if that makes me gender fluid. I'm still in discovery. So once I know, then everybody else shall know. But I am a lesbian. So
Dig it, dig it. And what do you do, friend? What do you do for a living?
ciao. So for 15 years, I taught. For 12 years, I taught children with autism. Then I taught a cycle with children with learning disabilities. As of late, I went back to get my real estate license. So I actually just passed my school test. I have to pass my state licensing. Um, so yeah, that's big. And I have my own clothing brand.
Word, yes. If you've ever seen me tag 783 swag designs, right? If you ever see me tag, t-shirt, my Melanin Magic, which is my favorite. Those are all made by Seven's brand. Shout out, shout out. Why why would you consider yourself single, friend?
Because I ain't got nobody. Now let me stop. um I actually I think I would consider myself dating. I don't know if I consider myself single because there are folks around, but it's nothing serious yet.
Okay.
So, so I'm dating.
I think I can relate to that space.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you've been in a relationship?
About a year and a half.
Okay.
Like a committed relationship, a year and a half.
Just I'm just curious. How long has your longest relationship been?
6 years.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby, that's an eternity for our generation.
It is.
What would you consider? No, even before we get to that, do you think that you're ready? I know you said that you're dating, but do you think that you're ready for love?
I So there are days where I feel like I am 100% ready for something committed, but then there are days when I look at myself and I'm like, baby, you got some work that you need to do with yourself. Um, but overall, I would say that I'm like maybe 85% ready. There's still some like uncertainty, but I think 85% is a good percentage.
Uncertain of yourself or uncertain of others?
Myself.
Understood. I won't dig any further than that. It might come out later. What what would you consider some of your strengths?
Um, so some of the things that I consider strengths, hey Harry, could also be considered weaknesses to other people. Like I feel like I'm overly passionate, so sometimes that can come across not so. It doesn't always translate well. But so whenever I am like I engage in something, I'm like super passionate about it. So sometimes that doesn't always look good to some people. But I am uh I think I had this conversation earlier. I am intentionally gentle um, because I do realize that sometimes there's a beast that resides. So I try to keep that guy at bay. So there's intentional gentility. So
Okay. When you say overly passionate, in my experience, I think of clingy. Is that something that that your exes would say or people you dated would say that you're a bit clingy or possessive?
I've heard the clingy part before. And I think because I'm aware of myself more than most people usually are. So I do know that I have an insecure attachment style. Um, and that has to do with some past traumas that I'm currently working through. So I do know that I have an insecure attachment style, and that can translate into clinginess.
I dig it. I dig it. And I respect the awareness. Just the fact that you're not a mental health professional and you know that language and you're aware of it and you admit it openly, baby. That says a lot. That says a lot. That clearly says that you're someone who's intentionally working on themselves.
Right.
hmm And like you said, that could be seen as a strength or a weakness. Me personally, in relationships, I like a little clingy. I'm not the clingiest person. Anybody who has dated me would probably say that that's one of their complaints. Like, I got to call this bitch. Oh, not the hearts blowing up. That better not be who I think it is. Agreeing with what I just said. Um, but I do like that. It's a balance for me. Because I'm a person who's always busy doing something. Um, I do tend to lose track of time. I do tend to lose track of my day, and it's a great balance when I have a partner who's not scared to be a little possessive or who's not scared to be a little clingy, because that helps maintain the bonds.
Right.
Um, would you consider that your weakness as well?
Yes. Because I typically find people who aren't as clingy or who have a more secure attachment style. So it kind of, well, if we have space, then we have space, and they're okay with it. And I'm kind of like, but what happened? Why you didn't call me? You didn't
to
text me today. So
to be fair, you do, even if it's someone who's like me with a more secure attachment style, you do need somebody who's going to meet you halfway. You do need somebody who's willing to conform, and you shouldn't settle for anything less. Um, Describe your ideal partner to me.
oh, can I say? Well, it's not TikTok. But my ideal partner is a Black woman or a Latina woman, someone who has some melanation. um, that's number one. Um, Someone who is communicative, because I like communication. Even if it's just to tell me, hey, I need a little bit of space from you. I don't like to be like ghosted. So hey, I need some space from you. Give me some time. So communication's important to me. Someone who is family oriented, because my family is huge and all up and through each other's business all the time. Um, Communicative. Someone who's kind, someone who's not selfish or self-centered, because I've dealt with that enough. No, thank you. I'm done. um, and someone that I am attracted to. I'm not going to sit there and overlook that, because I hate when people say, oh, attraction's not important because you can develop. Yes, you can develop attraction, but I got to feel something first for there to be something else.
I consider myself to be one of those people where it's not that attraction doesn't matter. It's just that I typically tend to be attracted to people who aren't considered conventionally attractive.
Right.
I
Oh, no, I'm not saying that, because I feel like
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I feel like my like attraction is all over the place. So I'm just saying I need to be attracted to you. I don't care what anybody is, but I need to have some sort of attraction to you. So
I dig it. I dig it. Um, what for you is attractive? What physically outside of melanin?
um I need someone who has a nice smile. So that means some teeth are required. I'm just, I'm just, um curves are important. Curves are a thing. Um Good skin is a thing. I don't. That sounds so superficial. Ooh, but, but
We all have our preferences. Come on now.
yeah, that's really all I think I can think of right now.
Those are good ones. Deal breakers.
Liars.
Look,
I would. So my grandmother used to say this when we were younger, and I was like, "That's some bullshit. I ain't finna tell." She used to say, "It would be better for you to tell me the truth, no matter what it is, than for you to tell me a lie, because if I find out, it's gonna hurt me worse." And I was like, "Man, please." Now that I'm older, baby, tell me the truth so I can know how to process it, so I can know how to deal with it, so I know how to move forward from it. Because if I find out later on, remember that beast that I talked about? That's not gonna be so good. But I don't like liars. I don't like to be lied to at all. I actually kind of pride myself in telling the truth, whether it is good, bad, or indifferent. But I try to do that.
I
That's a big deal breaker. Lying.
I feel like anyone, and I always say this whenever the lying topic comes up, anyone who's not prepared to be honest, even if it hurts their partner's feelings, is someone who's not ready
Right.
for a real long term relationship. Unconditional love comes with honesty. If somebody doesn't know who you are, you're not giving them the opportunity to love you unconditionally.
Right. I feel that.
Would you consider yourself more of a dominant or submissive personality in relationships?
Baby, I'm almost. Oh, baby, I'm daddy. This is Dom energy over here all day, every day.
I just wanted you to say it again.
So I a little bit of submissive energy. So
I get that. I get that. Is physical intimacy important to you when dating?
yes, that doesn't. So when people typically hear the word intimacy, they always equate it with sex, and that's not really what I mean when I say intimacy. So physical touch is part of my love language. So even if we're just like hanging out watching a movie, like put your legs on me, touch, rub my head, do something, like touch is important to me. So I mean, if it leads to some other things, that's fine, but that's not always the goal. That's not always the goal.
Since we're there, when was the last time you'd say that you were physically intimate with someone?
Jesus Christ. Probably the same time that no. Okay. So some sort of physical intimacy maybe 3 months ago. But if we're talking about sex, baby, 15 months.
Baby, I'm not judging. Maybe I'm a whore, but I'm not.
It's
Are
not it's not for lack of availability.
oh baby, of course it ain't for lack of availability. They out here throwing it at people now.
But yeah, 15 months. Ooh, child, has been a struggle.
Would you consider yourself monogamous or open to non-monogamy?
I consider myself a monogamous person. However, I have had polyamorous relationships before. I feel like if we're open, honest, and we're secure, we have to have a level of security between me and you first before we can bring anybody. And if we have that level of security, then I'm open to having additional partners. But baby, if we got problems, then don't bring nobody else over here.
Okay, I love that point. I love that point, and I'm glad that you made it. You said it's been about 15 months, but you said you've been single for about a year, so I'm assuming your last partner in the bedroom was your ex.
Look at you catching. Okay. No, so I haven't had sex in 15 months. My last relationship was about a year and a half ago. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I wanted to see if you was going to slip up on. Uh, what is your age range for dating friends?
Um so this is going to sound weird, but because I am a more dominant person and I do want to get married and have children, I typically date younger. than than me, because I am at an age where I cannot carry. Even though I have already looked into it, it's not a possibility. These eggs are fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Um, so 30 to, I guess 40, 30 to 40, but that, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna just say it's open. I'm gonna say it's open. I'm gonna say it's open
I
because I'm
think I think it open to any adults. All you little young,
right. Don't come over here with
all
that.
you little young ass girls, you keep it moving. You keep it moving. You watch this for entertainment, not for prospects, people.
Shit.
You shouldn't be watching it no way. But I need views, so I ain't gonna tell you not to. Um,
Legal to elderly. I'm deceased.
I've been trying to ignore Daniel and Harry this whole interview to be respectful. Lord forgive me. Y'all are nuts, but I appreciate y'all being here. I'm telling
I
you.
love them. I love them. They gonna mess with me later, but it's all right.
What is your, or do you have income requirements for a partner?
I probably should. I probably should, because I've taken care of a lot of things that now I'm regretting, but I don't. I do not, but I'm gonna look into it and put some of those in place. That's, see, the more you know.
I, Personally, I don't have income requirements for a partner, so I'm not judging. Night in or night out?
In
And you said that touch was one of your love languages. Do you have any others that you're aware of? Any other love languages?
words of affirmation is major. I need
Give.
to know I'm doing a good job. Bitch, you doing
Okay.
a good job.
Okay. Are you willing to? You said you're in Jersey. Are you willing to relocate for love, or does the person have to be in Jersey?
So for a long time, I always feel like I have like these long ass answers, but I'm getting to the point. So for a long time, I felt like I wouldn't relocate because I'm very close to my niece. She's 11 now, and we had a discussion recently. Like, if I find someone and I decide to go, she's like, go. And she's super supportive. I love that kid. So now I would relocate, knowing that she'll be okay. Because for the longest time, she was like, no. Now that she's older, she's like, it's all right, you can go. So yeah, I would relocate, but it
Yeah,
better
that's
be.
by the time they get to around 13, that's when they start doing their own thing, and they like, get out my damn face. But it's about right on time. Last question, friend. What would make you a great partner?
um well, like I said, I'm aware of my flaws, which means I'm working on them. um so I'm always trying to work toward being a better person, and because I'm trying to work towards being a better person, that would make me a better partner. um I am super communicative. Sometimes I probably should shut the fuck up, but I want to talk about everything. I also, and sometimes this may not be so great, but there is some heteronormativity in my relationships, but I feel like I am a protector and a provider. So I would definitely give my person the world if I could. So that's that on that.
Tell the people how best to get in contact with you.
Um, I mean, I guess you can follow me here on, what the hell is this? Instagram. But on TikTok, it is 7SEVEN_831. And I put, people usually don't ask me about the 831, but it's there because it means love. 8 letters, 3 words, one meaning. So that's it.
I'm gonna spell out your Instagram. So to get in touch with Seven on Instagram, it's the number seven underscore entertainment. ENTERTAINMENT.
That is correct.
Thank you for coming on, friend.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Yes, yes. Party people. That was my friend. Definitely check out 783 swag. Definitely check out 783 swag. Um Go to my Instagram. It's tagged in a picture with the Melanin Magic shirt. Support Black business. Support queer owned business. Baby. Support non-binary lesbian business. Well, we just gonna say queer lesbian because it's a discovery period for our friend Seven. You asking who in I love you too, Seven. You asking what's in who cup? Ain't nothing in my cup but some cola that I'm not gonna say which brand because these crackers ain't sponsoring me. Everything I drink is gonna always be in a coffee cup, and I'm never gonna tell you what brand it is. Excuse me. Oh God. That wasn't ladylike. I'm never gonna tell you what brand it is unless it's black owned. And Diddy don't count as black to me. It's still questionable. I do like how he read Kanye in them text messages. Baby, if you don't know the tea, I feel you in Friday. Every motherfucking Friday, honey. Unpopular opinion. I feel you in on what's going on with the celebrity niggas that week. Let's see who we got next. Who we got on the chopping block, honey? Who we got up next, baby?
Oh shit. Wait a minute. What's up, babes?
Wipe your screen a little bit, love, so we can see that melanin clearly.
Hold on.
Yes, honey. Hey,
What's up,
friend,
babe?
give
I'm checking how you.
give the people your name and your pronoun. First of all,
Uh y'all can call me King. I don't really do pronouns. That's weird to me. I call me whatever the hell you want to call me. You can call me a
ooh,
TV, go for it. I don't give a fuck. Like I'll be unbothered.
I dig it. What's your age and location, friend? Tell the people.
I'm 29, I'm in Oklahoma.
I didn't know you were out there.
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately.
I ain't mad. I ain't mad, honey. Educate the people out there. Put the black folk on out there. We need to all be on one accord.
I'll be honest with you. Let me put my phone real quick. My battery dying. Hold up.
All right.
I'll be honest, I'll be honest with you. It ain't nothing going on out here. You feel me? Nothing going on. I don't recommend any. I don't recommend it. You feel me? I don't recommend it. It's not for y'all. It's not for us. Don't do it.
I
Okay.
I get it. I get it. And no shade. It always every time one of my friends come up and y'all tell me that y'all live in an area that I'm not familiar with and that I feel like it's PWI, predominantly white. I said PWI, predominantly white areas. It scares me a little bit, but it's also a part of me that feels like we should be taking up space everywhere. So I don't
You
know.
know, I've never actually thought about that. Honestly, that's something new to think about. I listen. I didn't ask to be here. Um, I got 1 year left on my contract. Okay, and I'm done being a soldier, and I'm ready to get the hell up out of here. You hear me? I'm
I
ready to go.
I dig it. You said on contract. What do you do, friend?
I'm a soldier.
Oh, see, you got to clarify with me, friend, because I'm from the hood, and when a black man tells me he a soldier, I don't do no whole bunch of questioning on Beyonce's internet. But
Ooh,
thank you for your service. I caught this here.
thank you for your support. I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
What's your zodiac or your B day, friend?
I'm a Capricorn. I'm happy to say that. Yeah, I'm so proud of that. You hear me? I see you see that wall right there? I'm gonna get what is it, the goat head that comes out, and my colors are black, gold, cobalt, and white for my space. As you see, I got the blue robe. And decorate my space. Gonna have a goat head up there. Gonna have Capricorn, and then my birthday. Gonna be lit.
Make
Gonna be lit.
your own, make your space your home, friend. I don't know about you. I don't know how you feel about mental health, but I always promote that. Making your space your home, your castle.
Mhm.
It,
I mean, listen, be on the same page. I've had people tell me that I'm bougie, right? Because I do glass and metal straws. I have dinnerware sets that are matching. I have white plates with black spoons. Like I don't listen. I live at the top of my means. If I die tomorrow, I was happy. You hear me? I don't give a fuck.
I'm
I live
just
at the top of my means.
happy. Happy is the goal. Happy is the goal. What is
Only go.
what is your sexual orientation, friend? Do you identify with the LGBTQ?
I do. I don't like to like put a label on that though, because it really just depends on the person. Like, it, for me, like if you give me what I'm after, right? Because sometimes I like femininity, right? I don't care if it's coming from a man or woman. It doesn't matter to me. Sometimes I want the masculine energy, and I want you to like I don't know, choke me out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. It depends on what I'm feeling in the moment. You feel me? Like
I,
people, I don't do the hetero norms. I don't like like the term top or bottom. I hate those terms really just because sometimes maybe I want to be treated like a bottom. I don't want to be a bottom. Maybe I want to be treated like one. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I want you to tell me shut the fuck up. Maybe that's what I want. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't like the whole like terms. It kind of locks things in and put it in the box. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that.
I feel you, friend. We agree on that. We see eye to eye on that. But I do give the rest of the community space because some people like their sexuality is a huge part of their personality. For me, I'm not judging. If sex is what you feel like you contribute to the world the best, by all means. And some people, for them, top is an identity and bottom is an identity. Me personally, it ain't. It will never be. Many things. Black is an identity for me. Trans is an identity for me. Top or bottom? No.
I don't know what it means to have an identity then because I don't know what that means really. I'm not gonna lie because I don't black is not me.
When I say that, I was honestly thinking of like the kids on Twitter and like the OnlyFans and the sex workers. For them, their sex is a huge part of their identity because they promote it constantly. They have to be successful.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. I get it. I get it. I'm listen. If I'm stupid, just say that. Just say that.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no, I'm I've always been under the impression that I'm that person that everybody considers crazy because I see everything outside of a box. You know what I mean? Um,
As you should.
so or I try and see everything from both perspectives. I can sometimes be devil's advocate, which people don't always like.
No, of course, but I think it's crazy to believe that a person cannot hold opposing opinions. I do that all the time. I
Hmm.
think it's like I'm not one dimensional. I'm not like flat. Like I have a brain and it got two hemispheres and it can actually operate independently. So to think that that's crazy. Like that's normal and quite reasonable. It's intelligent actually.
I dig it. I dig it. How long have you been single, friend?
I'm actually not single. It's a very weird situation, honestly. Very weird. I'll say that. I'll say that. It's very weird. So like it's long distance, so it's very hard for me. Very, very, very hard for me. Um, for the most part though, like it's uh, it's a learning it's a learning experience for me. I'll say that. It's a learning experience.
How long have you been in this long distance situation?
Maybe about a year now. Maybe about a year, but it's very, very hard. I've known him for about 4 years now. About 4 years.
I see them going in. I'm sorry, friend. I'm going to take a second. I see mods mods. Y'all could definitely put that person out, but I do want to address them before anybody puts them out. We have somebody being rude in the comments, and I'm just going to give y'all a little backup on why this butch queen is being rude in the comments.
Is it that NIG?
Yeah, that
Who
nigga.
said I identify as a man? Please let me know. Cause
No,
girl,
that nigga. I had to set up the mind, but that nigga is somebody who is obsessed with me and has been obsessed with me for years. That is a tranny chaser who I have never given the time of day to. Um, you're part of the community and you go to that next page, you'll see that you probably have some trans women in common with them. That nig wants my attention. That nig creates various profiles because I block them all the time. So it's just an obsessed fan. It weirdly turns me on a little bit that I have an obsessed fan this early in my creator career. It's a little
mhm,
it's a little scary, I must admit. Because I don't want to have to use my blick, but
mhm.
if it's between me and a tranny chaser, girl, she's out there as soon as we're in person.
You gotta do what you gotta do, okay? Get
They,
that purse.
they,
Digging that bitch.
in the name of Jesus, honey.
As you should.
Now y'all can kick her little penis ass up out of here. So,
Why you wait? Wait. I was swallowing when you said that.
oh,
I was swallowing.
I'm
Mm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really do. Like, I'm like, damn, like the glow up is going to be severe if I got obsessed fans already.
That's true. That's very true.
But back to you, friend. This is all about you. What do you consider some of your strengths?
Um, my my ability to critically think about things. I critically think about things very often. Um, another strength is I think about things. I don't even know how to say that differently, but like I'll give you an example, right? Let's say you got $100. Let's say you and I are dating, right? And you got $100, and I'm also dating another man who has $1 million, right? And you give me 10 of your dollars, that's gonna hit my spirit. But that man who got the $1 million who gave me $1, I'm gonna turn the fuck up on him because you got he gave me 10% of what he had. You got $1 million. You gave me like you're not about to play like don't so like my perspective is relative to like the person. Like what do you have to offer versus what you're giving me? I don't really care what you're giving me. I care about how much of what you have is what you're giving me. You get what I'm saying?
It makes
Like I meet people where they at. If you only have $100 and you can only afford to give me 10, like I could have that's 10%. That's a lot to me. You feel me? That's a
it,
lot.
and correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds like one of your strengths, like you use that as an analogy, but it sounds like one of your strengths could potentially be selfless. Do you think that you're a selfless person? Would you give somebody, your partner, 10% of what you have
I would give them more than that.
back to
If
him?
I could, I would give them more. Because, like, for me, one of my, and it sounds cliche, but it's true. Another one of my strengths is I will give you my entirety. Because in my brain, if I give you my entirety and you wasted it, when I leave, there's no question, what if? I did everything. I gave it all to you. So how could there's no room for questioning now. So when I leave, I'm happy leaving. There's no second thoughts. There's no maybe if I did that, there's no second guessing myself. There's none of that. When I'm done, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm over it. I done did what I could do. And another one of my strengths is I'm very confident in me, right? One of the first of all, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I put myself in my brain on the highest possible pedestal, right? I believe that I have value. I think I add value to your experience. So the minute you fuck up and I take that away from you, you gonna hurt, not me. So when I'm done, like I don't, I value me way too much. And if you don't value me equally or greater than I do, I gotta go. Because if you ain't adding, you subtracting. You gotta go. You're a dub.
It
You're a
sounds
dub.
it sounds like another one of your strengths is that you're somebody who knows your worth. What would you consider a weakness for me? Because you seem like a pretty confident person, but what would you consider a weakness?
My weakness, let me see. I get hung up on small things a lot. So if you lie to me, right? I'm not mad. I, I'm not mad you lied to me. I'm mad that I was able to realize you were lying to me, which means you told me a dumbass lie. So now if you lie to me and you succeed, I'm a praise you. You deserve whatever came from that lie. Like I can't knock you. But if you lie to me, and it could be the smallest, tiniest little, I'm gonna be tight for mad long. I get hung up on things like that, and I can't.
Strong boundaries, strong boundaries, strong boundaries. Describe your ideal partner to me.
My ideal partner. I don't have an ideal partner. I don't have that. I think that's a weird idea, and I don't mean to be rude, but that's weird.
Some,
Like,
some of us, to be fair, I will defend the people. I will defend the people. I will play devil's advocate. Some of us, and it may not, we may be dead ass wrong, but because I have been, but we'll have in our head what we think we want or what we think we need from another person.
oh, I got you. Okay, I'm I'm not that smart all the time. I promise. I can't help it. All right, but my ideal partner, I guess, would be someone who I want someone who doesn't um create, doesn't see potential in me, or doesn't they don't. I want them to see potential, but like you know how people like they'll create in their brains like who they think you are while they're getting to know you. And when you don't meet that expectation, they get disappointed in you and they start getting hurt by every little thing you do. And they be like, if you getting to know me, get to know me. Don't assume who I am. And then when I don't meet that fantasy in your mind, you get upset at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't hit for me.
It
Or,
sounds like you're saying that you need somebody open minded.
yes, boom. There you go. Look at you. Oh, yes. Yes. I need open mindedness. I need you to see beyond what you're used to, because I'm not what you used to. I'm really not. I promise you, you know, something else I think, I'm very keen to noticing when a person will see, I'm keen to noticing when a person is trying to manipulate the image of themselves that's in your mind. So like when they realize that image is being painted outside of what they want it to be, they try to like control that in some way. And there's many different ways that they will do that. I become keen to that, and immediately I get turned off, not sexually, but like you as a person, I'll get turned off.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll become I'll shut down on you, like emotionally, physically, mentally. I'll start shutting down. You know, I won't get hard for you no more. Stuff like I can't do it after that. Like once I notice you trying to control me, it's over.
I
It's over.
I can't think of the word for it right now, but I know exactly what you're describing, and it's so common in our society. I consider those people like manipulative. Those are
Yes.
people who, like try and create an image of who they are, or they're somebody who, where I'm from, they would say put on a front or put on a good face.
Yeah, they stunning. Yeah, they stunning. That's what it is. I don't like that. I got a little mad. I'm not gonna lie. I was in my mind thinking. I got a little peeved just now because I had that happen a couple of times, and like, ooh, you know, I used to be an attorney, so I imagine having just to talk to that person. They were very like thinking they're above me, and I'm just like, but you want me? If I'm so small, why do you want me? Let's talk about it.
Like you know, you got to pay attention to professions, honey. A lawyer is 9 out of 10 times somebody who's going to exaggerate the truth for a living.
Or try to um mitigate everything that they do wrong, and I can't take that. I can't.
That's literally one of the things they get paid to do, mitigate.
And I would point that shit out like, listen, stop mitigating with me, because listen, I'm not at work with you. I will always say that. I'm not at work with you. And I don't care to do that. You did this. I don't care if you right or wrong. Motherfucker, I don't like it. And I'm saying stop doing it. I'm not here to say you a bad person, you evil, you wrong. I'm just saying I don't like it.
Like that when you be dating them, you be reading them like that.
I'll be reading for filth. Girl, let me tell you something. I will read you harder than the Holy Bible since the day it was written. You hear me? I will hurt your fucking feelings. When I get mad, the queen, when she surface, honey, when the queen arrives, she will arise. Okay?
Honey, I get it, honey. You know the way this mouth is set up. There are very few times that people have had to hear it, but if you do, baby, then you should know, honey. It's probably an exit after that. Somebody's probably exiting. Uh,
I don't play with them.
what we touched on you touched on sex. You touched on, losing attraction, not getting hard to people. I mean, not getting hard for people once they turn you off with their personality. Is physical intimacy important to you when dating?
Yes, but that I don't mean sex though.
What you mean? What does physical intimacy look like for you?
So it's more of like when we watching the movie, like put your hand in my pants and take my balls a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we sit there and watch the movie, and I won't even get hard. In my mind, it's not like a sexual thing. It's more like, I don't know. It's, like, or like when I'm sitting there just playing my game, come sit behind me and hug me. You feel me? I'm a gamer. Come sit behind me and hug me, and don't say nothing to me. Just sit there, just physical interaction. No words. No. What do you want to eat? Or just come touch me. Like, you know what I'm saying? In some way, let me know you there. You feel me?
Baby, that was the most. I had that reaction when you said that because that was one of the most intimate things that I've heard any person say on this show thus far. And I'm not mad at it. Like Harry said in the chat, it's a comfort thing. When people who are familiar with, long-term and physically intimate relationships, you'll learn there may be you may develop the type of relationship where you and that person don't even close the door when y'all use the bathroom. Start that the boundaries start to disappear.
Yeah, like one of my boyfriends got upset with me, my ex-boyfriend, because he'll be in the bathroom taking a whole dookie, and I'll just walk in and have a conversation with him. I smell it. It stink. I don't want to smell it, but I want to talk to you right now. Like, which one I want more, to not smell it or talk to you?
What I got to say is important. And if it smell that bad, because honey, I've dated some people who smell horrible. If it smell that bad, then I'll just walk back out, close the door, but I'm still going to motherfucking be talking.
Yes, outside the door. Yes. I must say what I gotta say. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
When you said that you're in a long distance situation, when was the last time that you've been physically intimate with someone?
It's been a while. It's been a while. It at some point, not that you don't want it no more, but you kind of, because I don't want to say I don't want it, because that's not true. That's you kind of learn to, you just find other ways of figuring it out. Let's say that you find other ways. Like, so for me, I learned that in my relationship with my partner, there's some things I want. Like, I want to be able to cuddle, right? So I do have a cuddle buddy. We're both tops, right? So we both want the same thing. We're both lonely after some. So he'll come over, we'll lay down, I'll cuddle with him, we'll go to sleep, wake up, I go to work. You gotta go. Like, we're not talking and doing like relationship stuff together. It's just, I want to lay next to somebody. That's what I'm after. That's what you after. Let's do that. That's it. You find other things to.
That's another thing that the people in the chat gonna think is weird. But I definitely, I'm one of those people. If I'm single for too long and I'm not talking to anybody, dating anybody, a cuddle buddy's gonna come along at some point.
Yeah, but it's just a cuddle buddy. It's not like, it's just cuddling. We're not talking and texting, and that's not what we're doing.
I know. I get it. For me, it may be some smoking involved. It may be a Netflix as I fall asleep while we cuddling. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, what is your age range for dating?
I prefer older men, like older than me. Like I don't. I that started when I was like maybe like 22. I was getting irritated with people who were like my age. Like they was pissing me off. Like I don't like stupidity. No, that's number one. You do something stupid, I'm gonna get upset. Like I'll become irate over something stupid, and that again, the small things I get caught up on. Right? Let's circling back. I get aggravated with you, and I might just stop talking to you for a little bit. Right? And older men, like they speak different. They use like bigger words or more eclectic. Like if you, it's kind of like if I can't help you and I'm trying to help me. You feel me? I need you to have you so I can handle me. You know what I'm saying? Like you up there in age, I was you to have your own shit. You doing your own thing. You don't need me for nothing. I could focus on me. When you talk to me, my current boyfriend, he has 2 degrees. We're going to his third degree. He's a teacher. He's a banker. When he speaks to me using words I've never heard before. And mid conversation, I get my phone out and I'm looking it up on Google because I want to know what that means. Stuff like that, like I like that. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
it sounds
Oh,
like you left out a trait for your ideal partner too. It sounds like you're attracted to intellectuals. It sounds like you're attracted to smart
well,
people. You said that
yeah.
you're a lawyer, and now the person that you're dating now has two, almost
Look
three
at
degrees.
you. Don't read me. Don't read me. Okay, all right. All right. Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
recognize things that you might not even recognize.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that honestly.
Mm.
Like intelligence is a turn on. Like that is sexy as shit. And I asked my boyfriend to like degrade me like intellectually one time, like while we fucking, and he was like, "I'm not doing that to you. I don't want to do that." And I'm like, "That's a turn on. Just do it. Like it's sexy. Make me feel stupid. Go ahead. I dare you. Do it. Go ahead."
Baby, let me find out we've identified a kink for you, honey. Humiliation. Yes.
Maybe that possibly, yeah.
I
But it
think
sounds sexy, like making me feel like I'm not as smart as you. That yeah, I like that.
hey, I had my things. I'm not willing to admit on this live, but trust and believe I had my things, honey. Um,
It's a lot more than you know. Trust me.
so so remind us of how old you are, friend, because I forgot.
29.
29. So you said you like older. Where do you typically start? Like 35, 40?
Well, my one of my exes is currently I think 51. So I don't really have. I really like older men who I like older men, not old, right? And age don't mean you old. So like he's 51 now, but he doesn't look 51. We were dating, people thought we were the same age.
Friend, you ain't
You
got
would never know.
you ain't got time for me, honey, friend. I've dated in the 50s. Honey,
Oh yeah.
I've dated to the point where, honey, my mother, I've asked my mother, like, are you fine with me dating somebody your age? Girl, you fine with me dating your classmate, girl. You know what
Yeah, like I think the crow's feet on some people are sexy as shit. I find that to be just like I think it's sexy. I do. I
distinct
do.
distinct
Yeah, the
out.
gray hair when they got the gray hair and the gray bit. Oh my god, girl. Oh my god. Woo. I'll be your step great granddaddy. Keep playing. Keep playing.
Night in
Keep
or
playing.
night out, King.
Huh?
Night in or night out.
Um. Both. Both works for me.
Do you know your love languages?
Yes. So, one is like acts of kindness. Acts of kindness. Um, the other one is I don't know how to if that's like a term for it, but like listening to me feeling heard and
I
understood.
think that would go in the and I could be wrong, but I think that might fit into the quality time
Okay, because that takes time to learn. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, somebody who's going to be somebody who's not just going to give you their time, but give you their time at a high quality, actively.
Hmm.
I know you said that you ready to get up out of Oklahoma, but are you willing to relocate for love? And can you even relocate for love with the fact that you're a soldier?
So I can't just get up and relocate. So there are means that I can like make it work depending on the situation and the timing and stuff like that. But am I willing to? I don't see why not. It depends. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna relocate to anywhere that is mostly white people. I don't. That's not my thing. No shade, right? I'm not. I'm not. I don't hate white people. I listen. It's just not. And I'm a New Yorker. I'm a native New Yorker, right? So I've been around a melting pot all the time. I can't get with just like a concentrate. I can't. We say things that they don't understand, and like
We live in a way that they don't understand.
they don't like. I'll be like, "Oh, you lit? What that mean?" It's too much work to explain to you what lit mean. I don't want to do that. I don't. It's our vernacular is different.
I
That
talk about my hair.
I can't. It's not for me. It's just I don't judge for any black person who can, make it because there's black people here who find it to be perfectly their thing. And I'm just like, well, my taste buds are on fire. It's time for me to go. This ain't my cup of tea. It's time to go, right?
Your taste buds are on fire, or your taste buds are underwhelmed because there's no seasoning. Which one?
Nah, why you do that? Why you do that? That's a hard choice. That's a hard choice.
You set me up for that, my friend.
Nah, you ain't have to do that to me. Had me confused. You ain't got to do that.
Your taste buds be confused, honey, when you got to Oklahoma.
You ain't lie. You ain't lie worth the damn. Okay.
Friend, what would make you a great partner, or what makes you a great partner now?
I think my ability to understand outside of myself. Like this, not everything is about the relationship or um even you. Like and it's no shade to me or my partner or anyone else, but like you you are so insignificant on this tiny speck, on a tinier speck that's inside of a speck in an even bigger speck. You are not that important to existence. I promise you, right? Like that's number one. So like when my birthday gift was late, right? I didn't get mad. That's dumb. The man got bills. You know what I'm saying? I would rather you pay your bills and not be on the street than have my gift. You like it's certain things that for me you just gotta see outside of yourself. Yeah, you mad, but you get over it. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like that same strength has come back, which is a strength I don't know if you recognize or not. I consider it a strength. Selflessness.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I could agree with that. Being able to see outside yourself is very important. Very because you are not that important.
You're right. We're lucky if we're if we can even light a spark that affects a change that really matters. You know?
Exactly.
So yeah, I definitely agree. It's good to be around people who understand that the world don't revolve around them, but yet and still they don't want to leave the world worse than how they found it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Tell the people how to get in touch with you, King.
Well, you have my Instagram, Command King. Any handle I have social media on PS5, whatever it is, it's Command King.
I'm out for the people. That is the Combatant King, THE dot KEMETAN dot KING.
Yes. And you know what's crazy? This is bad because I don't do Instagram that often, right? I don't Insta often. I didn't know my name was spelled like that on Instagram. I thought it was just Komet and King because
No,
that's usually what I put. It's just Komet and King.
it's very push the dots. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for that. I don't even know my Twitter handle. I don't get on Twitter often. I don't know my Snapchat handle because I don't use that bitch often. Like I don't. If you try to get me on that, I'm not gonna. You that's a dub. But don't get me in trouble because my boyfriend. Don't get me in trouble. Okay, you don't get me killed. That man Jamaican. He don't play that shit. Don't do that.
Oh Lord.
You get me killed.
You that's your cue to go, friend. I don't get into it with the Caribbeans. Them them niggas have daddies. Talk to you later, friend. Thanks for coming.
Later, babes.
Peace, love, and blessings. Oh Lord, he trying to get me hemmed up with the motherfucking guala gualas. I'm gonna tell you what we not gonna fucking do. Honey. All right, y'all. We have one more guest. Seven, I didn't know that you were half Jamaican, but it makes sense. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about y'all. All right, y'all, give me a quick second. I gotta change my panty liner. I'll be right back, honey. I think we I think we have one more guest. I didn't really have to change my panty liner. I had to go and get my Nico. My Nico, I'm telling you, if it's any children watching, don't start smoking, don't start vaping, bitch, don't start black and milding. Bitch, stay away from nicotine, girl. It's like crack, except you don't lose weight. Bitch. You might not sell your TV neither, but you know, I guess it depends. Some people will sell their TV for a pack of Newports. I swear to God.
Hey, girl.
Hey,
How
friend.
you doing?
I am well. How are
Hold on,
you?
hold on. Okay, there you go. Cause I'm like, I can't hear you, friend.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you with the little blue light special going on in the background. Look at you. I'm sipping. You smoking? I'm sipping.
And,
I'm
and
sipping. You smoking? We all right. We all right.
tell the people,
Long
name,
time.
give the people your name and your pronouns, friend.
Okay. Well, I'm Chris. I'm a cisgendered woman. Um, let's see here. I guess that's it with the pronouns.
Uh-huh.
I'm an old guy. Okay, I'm an old school, so
How old?
I'm Gen X, old guy. So I'm not really hip to like all the different things, like the different categories. So I'm an old. So y'all, I apologize. I don't want to offend nobody. I just know that all I know is I'm cis and I'm gay.
Baby, that's more than enough. That's more than enough for the kids to understand. If they can't understand you at that point, then they're being
I'm sorry,
assholes.
child. Look, I can't. I can't keep up. I don't know. I got ADHD. I can't keep up. I forget everything anyway. So, but anyway, okay. Let me
Friend,
stop. Let me
tell
stop. Let
them
me let you get your questions.
where you at.
I'm in the Midwest. I'm in the Midwest. in the Midwestern. I'm from Florida though.
You're from where?
Florida.
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 Okay.
Yep.
From the east.
Yep. Yep.
So you're from the East Coast, but you're a Midwest transplant.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
What's your zodiac or your B day?
Say that one more time.
Your zodiac or your B day?
I'm a Taurus. I'm an April baby. April baby. I'm a Taurus.
What do you do for a living, Brian? What do you do for a living, Chris?
20 years in finance. I've done 20 years in finance. Currently working in secondary markets.
I think.
Yeah.
And why would you say that you're a single, friend?
Okay. Now this is what we were talking about because I remember I was telling you I'm technically not looking, but why I'm single right now is because I had to remove myself. I had to remove myself from everything and work on myself and work on things that I just kept putting off and off and off and off. And so I just worked on self and still in the process of doing so. It's been some years. You know, I've gotten over that hump that everybody is like, you know, say like, okay, if it's a year, I don't know, I might need to rub up on something. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm cool. Like when you get to the point where I'm at, it's like, it feels so good not to be bothered with folk, you know, and to know like myself, like what my likes are, what makes me tick. And I think a lot of times people don't understand that is crucial because if you don't identify what makes you tick and what makes you view things in the world or situations or people and how you interact with people and why you do certain things, it's going to, if you don't work on that, it's going to skew your reality and you're going to always have conflict with people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because if you don't know who you are, you don't know who you are.
You sure you work in finance, friend, or do you work in wellness?
No, it took a long time. Trust me, it took me a long time to get to this point. Trust me. And I'd have been through a lot of relationships. I got some stories.
What inspired you to go on this journey, on this wellness journey?
Things wasn't clicking. And there's several components to it. Like I am technically I'm neurodivergent. Okay. I have ADHD, right? And so it was a twofold, the trauma in my childhood and then, you know, growing up in the Black community, you know, I'm older. Back when I was growing up, you know, we didn't address you know, issues with children, and you know, so I you know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with him. He just need a butt whooping because he jumping around. You know what I mean? Like our parents didn't address those things. So I went a long time, you know, thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, I can handle this. I can handle life. I can handle the world, and not realizing that there were a lot of things that I was doing. You know, and ways I was thinking, the relationships I got in, like just my thought process in general is traced back to, you know, some of it is ADHD and some of it was the trauma. But I had to, you know, take myself out of everything and dating and stuff to really work on that and understand like what makes me tick, because why am I always getting into these effed up relationships? Why am I, you know, trying to fix people that don't want to be fixed? You know what I'm saying? Why am I doing these certain things?
What part were you playing? What part were you?
Exactly. So yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to jump out and make it work.
So far, how long has your longest relationship been when you were actively dating?
I would say 3.5 years, like a technical relationship. When we was in a relationship, I say that. 3.5 years. So 3.5, 4 years. Yeah.
you said that you were gay earlier. So
Yeah.
what is the typical type of woman that you did date or that you did go for?
Well, the reason why I said I'm gay, uh, now I always said I was bisexual up until, again, I've done this process of like discovering myself, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm discounting a whole segment of my, adult experiences, if you will. So I guess technically, what's the term? I don't, like this one. This is where I get tricked up at. Because I don't just, okay, I'll just say I don't know what it is, which I don't know if it's non-binary or whatever, but I don't like just cis women, trans women. I've been with trans women. I've been with gay men, or I've topped men, so, what I'm saying? So I don't know what, you know what I mean? So so I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know. I'm like, wait a minute. So it's not very black and white there, because I can, and I'm at the age where it's like, I'm even discovering that, like, what do I want? Because I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just probably going to have to be kind of open, because, if it's, a man that's bisexual, well, I understand that he, what I mean? There's certain things that I can't satisfy. He don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can do it, but that intimacy, thing, that, because I'm not a man born. You dig what I mean? So, or if I'm with a trans woman or a trans man, or I've done it a lot. So I don't know. Right now I'm just like, that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm not dating right now, because I don't exactly know. Like, I don't see. I don't know, like, what I don't know. I just don't know. I don't even know if I want to live with somebody at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so comfortable with, my own space. If we maybe have, like, like the old folks used to have back in the day, where they have like separate rooms. We like the husband in a separate, we might have to do something like that. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, something like, you go your space.
It works. It works for some people. I'm going to use Goldie Hawn as the celebrity example, that it works for her and the Russell man. They've been together
Yes.
for forever, and they have separate rooms. From what I understand, they even have more than one house, and they're not even always in the same house.
I love them too. I
Different
love both of
strokes,
those actors.
but different.
Yes. Yes. So yeah.
And I understand, Frank. Continue on your journey, because I understand some of your confusion, and I took a break on dating, with me being somebody who tends to be attracted to different types of people,
Yeah.
and I tend to be attracted to people who want a man. so I I understand the confusion. And I won't try and
Yeah.
answer any of those questions for you. I know I found answers,
Yeah.
so I just want to give you hope that
I hope.
that
I hope. Maybe it's somebody. It'd be
yeah,
somebody
I
that's
want
like,
hope. I want to give you hope that the answers do exist.
they got to be. It got to work. It got to be somebody that's like, hey, I want a woman, a cis woman, but what I'm saying? Like, we it's open, and it would probably have to be an older person, because you have to get past a certain threshold in life where you're like, okay, I'm a human being, I'm on this journey, and time's a ticking. I'm in my mid-40s, by the way. So it's like, okay, at my age, it's like you start to, at least you hope, you're like, okay, now I need to, like, kind of even things out. I'm looking at retirement. I'm looking at all this other stuff. What I'm gonna do? What's my bucket list? Though, I'm a little calmed down. I ain't in the streets. Okay, I'm not in the streets
That
no more.
that's something that I definitely needed to hear and need to take into consideration. It's a lot of people my age who date older, and we don't take things like that into consideration because we're not usually seriously thinking about things like that yet. Um,
Yeah.
what is your age range for dating? Do you typically have an age range when you are dating?
You know what? To be truthful, I've always dated older than me, but now I'm old. But it's still, I still, a lot of people tell me that I'm gonna have to go young because, like I said, I'm Gen X, so I don't operate like the average Gen X with I'm not going to find kindred spirits or even friends within that group because of just how, collectively speaking, how we were raised and some of the social stuff. Like I just can't. So I would say like maybe 30, 35. I just don't, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable sometimes.
No,
Like maybe
they
35.
try and condition us, especially women, to feel uncomfortable with the idea of dating younger. Um, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I feel like personally, if you're dating 25 to 30 and up, baby, whatever goes. My personal dating range is between 30 and 60 and has been since I was in my
Okay.
um,
Okay.
and but for example, I have a friend who's of your generation, and his mind frame is very open. He's actually in the chat, which made me bring him up. The one
Okay.
Chad, he's in your generation. His mind frame is very open, and I think being friends with him, I think that
Okay. Let's
he comes
connect.
some of this.
Yeah. Don't stop.
I think he comes
Okay.
across some of the same experiences and issues.
Yeah.
Like people in his age tend to be a little, their mind frame tends to be a little old fashioned.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like this. My generation's a little. I know. We're stubborn too. We don't want to see. We're fighting with a lot of the new, collectively speaking, the new thought process, the new, in every sector of existing socially, we're fighting. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, move move out the way. Let the young folks. We don't have our time. Let life will go on, and let these young people come in and do what they need to do. This is their world now. Like we just waiting. Let them, change social constructs and change and add definition to certain things. That's what we do. We have to evolve. We have to keep evolving. Things don't say the young folks, millennials and Z, they get to learning new technology, discovering new things, diseases, cures. Let them do that. Let them do that. Get out of their way. Let them do that. Understand that this is life. Life goes on. We done. I mean, I'm gonna say we done, but we let us get into our nice little comfy little, retirement stuff. Buy us some land, a lake, or something, whatever we about to do. You know what I mean? And move over and let the young people do because they have to live and exist in society. They don't need to exist by our standards. So anyway, I'm sorry.
No, I agree completely. That's why I let you give your spiel because I agree completely. The world is going to constantly change, and you don't have to change with it if you don't want, but it's going to
Right.
change without.
It sure is. You're right. You sure is. It sure enough is. You might not like it, but don't stop or hinder or try to do anything to hinder progress. Whatever that may be, whether it be voting or whatever. Don't hinder progress. We Yeah, anyway, child, anyway, let me stop because I'll go on
I,
because I don't I don't associate with a lot of my people, my generation people, because
I get it. I get it. I get it. I
we
I
stubborn.
get it. I'm from a small town. So I definitely know how the getting caught in certain mind frames in the old fashioned. I know how the boomers think. I
Hmm.
know I know what it's like to
Yeah.
be raised by the boomer generation. I was
Yeah.
raised by a boomer. You know,
Okay. All right. So you know what I'm saying.
I have
Okay.
one last question for you, friend. You
Okay.
told us you shared with us that you're neurodivergent,
Yes.
ADHD, right?
Right. Hmm.
Do you
Yes.
feel like your ADHD diagnosis, or do you feel like your ADHD in general has affected you dating?
Yes. It has affected me existing as a Black person in the Black community as a Gen Xer growing up as well. You know what I mean? Like all the way around, from dating, like oversharing, right? We overshare. I can't help it. That's why, like, one of the things now, and I'm speaking with, I talked to my therapist about it. Like, I can't date because that's right now, because I know that it's not a flaw, but people take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So oversharing, people will see that as, oh, good, this person's giving me the information I need to, do whatever, with their whatever their plans may be, or they may see it as, oh, there's something wrong with this lady because she's sharing too much. Oh, and then within just growing up in the Black community, it was hard because I had to mask my whole life. Not only just, masking to go into work, and go make that check, but I had to mask around, being around Black people, my own people, so I didn't stick out, So there was a lot of things that I did that I just did to keep up, appearances of the things that we like to get into. We love fashion. We love to, dress to the nines. Got to have this and got to have this. The bedroom got to look at it. Got to have this particular. You know how the things that we do culturally in our, I had to keep that up, and knowing that that wasn't who I was. And
Mm,
for the longest, I was been living for everybody else. And it started from when I was a child. Obviously, I had like childhood trauma. So, I had to be very aware, and that's a strength, but very aware of people's moods, when people were angry, you know. And so now it's a strength when it can be, but I can, tell people's, moods or how they feel, or I'm very empathetic, things like that. But yeah, it was a hindrance, and it got me caught up in a lot of bad relationships. That and the trauma. I was like trauma because and I'm looking for love in the wrong places, and then it's like the ADHD and the things that you do that I didn't know I was doing until like recently in my older age. I didn't know some of the things that I was doing that kind of set myself up to be in not so good relationships. I didn't know that some of that was the ADHD.
I get it. I get it. It honestly sounds like that's one of the reasons that you may connect or may have connected with trans people romantically, because that as a Black trans woman from the hood, I could tell you that's something that I've constantly had to do, was mask. And I masked behind clothes, I masked behind finery, I masked behind social relationships. Like you said, many of the things that we do in our culture, masked behind food, and anything I could, just to take the distraction off of the fact that I was different in all of the ways that I am different.
Yeah, yeah. I would rather be around neurodivergent people. I root for the underdog. That's just been my whole, like, that's just me. I'm that person. I'm like, regardless, like, that is my thing. Yeah, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't, and it's like I can't help it. It's like, but I feel like everyone needs to know that there is somebody out there that's rooting for them, or care. And I don't know. I'm an underdog type of person. I always root for the underdog.
I, I
Oh,
think it's something that we could have in common, and possibly one of the things that we connected on. I get the impression that you and I are both people who are comfortable being the underdog. Hmm.
yeah.
Whether it's a good or bad thing, maybe it's from our experience, but
Yep.
we've learned to find comfort in it. Tell the people
Yes.
how to get in touch with you, Chris. Tell the people how
All
to find.
right. Well, the IG is Chris, KRIS _Styles, STYLES _, I believe. That's about it, because I know people don't be on Facebook. TikTok, I don't know. TikTok, I might get banned. You never know with TikTok. They funny. So I don't know. I don't even want to give people that, because my profile might be gone tomorrow. You know how they be doing. They moderators.
You'll find both. We done been on account warning for about a year now, honey.
I know. I used to see you come up all the time, and I'm just like, what happened? And then you popped up, and you're like, yeah, I'm starting to go abroad. And that's messed up though. But I love to see you come on my timeline. I really appreciate the time that you gave. I really appreciate you're a beautiful woman. And I really hope that you find success in your life and in whatever endeavors that you may have.
Thank you, friend.
Okay.
I,
All right. I'm gonna keep in touch. Bye,
I
everybody.
talk to you later, love.
All righty.
Baby. It looks like that's the end of the show for us, honey. I want to appreciate all y'all for coming through, supporting your girl, staying tuned, acting a fool in the motherfucking chat. Sometimes I think y'all test me to see if I can keep my composure, but it's fine. It's fine. Love, peace, and blessings.